Choosing the right weapon in bloodstrike can completely change how you play and how often you win. In this video, I'll walk you through the most effective guns in the game right now and explain why they deserve a spot in your loadout. At the bottom of the list, we have the P90. The P90 has been part of the meta since before the global release of this game. At some point, this gun was considered to be the best choice out of all the SMGs. However, this gun has been nerfed in the previous updates and it's not as powerful as before. They have slightly reduced the damage dealt of this gun, and small changes like a slight damage reduction can have a huge impact, especially in fast-paced games like Bloodstrike, where TTK or time to kill matters the most. They have also reduced the initial damage range from 12 meters to 8 meters. These changes dethrone the P90 as the best SMG, but in my opinion, it's still a decent choice. It may not be the top of the meta, but it's still viable for players with an aggressive playstyle. These are the attachments. Next on the list is the Glock Akimbo. This gun may just be a normal pistol, but with the Akimbo attachment, it can outclass other guns in close-range fights. It deals 45 headshot damage, 32 to the upper body, and 30 damage to the lower body at 5 meters. Since it's a Glock Akimbo, it fires 2 bullets at a time, which means if you can hit the head, you can deal 90 damage with just a single shot. But this requires precise accuracy. You can only hip fire with the Akimbo, but I've seen other players equip an optic or scope, which doesn't make any sense at all. Not only is it useless, but it slightly hurts your mobility, which is a big deal for a weapon that thrives on speed and aggressive movement. The range of this gun is not that great. You need to be at least 5 meters to 10 meters from your enemy to make this gun very effective. These are the attachments. Next on the list is the newly added assault rifle, the QBZ-95. The QBZ-95 has a special attachment where you can switch it to become a 3-round burst assault rifle. This is similar to the AR-97, but a bit better in my opinion. The AR-97 deals more damage in the QBZ-95, especially with the headshot damage, but their difference lies in the fire rate department. The QBZ-95 has a faster fire rate, which means a faster TTK. If we exclude the headshot damage, both of these guns deals almost the same damage to other areas of the body. However, just like with the AR-97, this gun is more effective at mid-range than in longer distances. These are the attachments. In the next spot, we have the AUG. This is actually one of my favorite mid-range assault rifle to use. The AUG is one of the most stable guns in the game. Its insanely low recoil makes it feel like a laser beam, perfect for mid-range fights. But despite its overall stability, this gun also has downsides. It's not very reliable in longer distances and the damage is a bit lacking in my opinion compared to other top-tier assault rifles. But this downside makes the AUG a balanced AR considering that it has a low recoil, fast fire rate, and ADS speed. These are the attachments. Sitting at the next spot is the SCAR. This gun is the opposite of the AUG. While the AUG showcases its overall stability, the SCAR relies on its higher damage and faster burst potential. If you're used to using stable low recoil guns like the AUG, you might not vibe with the SCAR right away. The recoil of this gun is a bit shaky, but the shots feel very heavy. You're not getting laser accuracy with the AUG, but when you land your shots with the SCAR, you'll feel the power. It's not the easiest gun to control, but for players who like to deal high damage, the SCAR is a perfect choice. These are the attachments. Taking the next spot on our list is the FAL. FAL is a semi-automatic assault rifle that excels in longer distances and deals very high damage. The range of this gun is similar to a sniper rifle. The recoil is also manageable, but it might make you feel dizzy because of the unusual shakiness of the scope when you start shooting. This is also one of the reasons why other players don't use this gun, but you can manage the shaky effect by tap firing. In fact, this gun is more effective if you tap or fire in short burst intervals rather than holding the fire button. By doing this, you can maintain the accuracy and precision of your shots. FAL has become more popular because of the recent free skins from the EVO and Attack on Titan event. If you prefer mid-range to long-range fights, then you should consider adding this gun to your loadout. These are the attachments. Up next, we have the Vector. Vector has the fastest fire rate of all the SMGs. This gun became more popular after they made few adjustments like they increased ammo capacity, slightly increased the range, reduced recoil, and a faster reload speed. They also increased the damage dealt on the upper body, but in the recent update, the limb damage was reduced from 19 to 15. But honestly, that's not a huge deal. Just make sure you are aiming for the upper body where the damage is still as strong as ever. Vector has the fastest TTK and can shred your opponents instantly under the right conditions. Unlike the Uzi, Vector's range is not that impressive, so you need to be close to maximize this gun. Since Vector has an insanely fast fire rate, missing your shots will immediately drain your bullets, which can put you at a disadvantage during extended gunfights. But if you can land your shots, this gun will definitely help you win more fights. These are the attachments. Sitting at third place is the AK-47. This gun has been part of the meta for several seasons already ever since they enhanced its headshot burst capability. To be honest, this gun is the best AR in my opinion. Think of it as a better version of the SCAR, FAL, and AUG. It deals high damage like the SCAR, but the AK-47 gives you more stability and slightly better control. You'll notice less drift in your aim, especially when you're top firing or bursting. One of the biggest problems with the FAL is the shakiness of the scope once you start shooting. The AK-47 doesn't have that problem and your aim feels steady, which makes it easier to stay locked on target, especially at medium to long range. The AK-47 matches the AUG's level of control, but with more power. The AUG might be smoother for new players, but it outshines the AUG in terms of raw kill potential. So if you're deciding between these ARs, the AK-47 offers the best blend of power, stability, and versatility. These are the attachments. Next on the list, we have the MP5. This gun has been part of the meta since it was released. It has an incredibly high fire rate and the recoil is almost non-existent. Compared to other SMGs, the MP5 is one of the most balanced options. The Vector might have a faster time to kill, but the MP5 takes the lead when it comes to mobility and hipfire accuracy. It's also far more forgiving. If you miss a few shots with the MP5, you can still recover and win the fight. With the Vector, missing your shots could be detrimental, especially in extended engagements. The Uzi deals more damage per shot and has a better range, but it falls short when it comes to fire rate and hipfire accuracy. The MP5 isn't perfect. It has a lower damage per bullet, which means you'll need to land more shots to secure kills. And its range isn't the best, so you need to stay up close to keep that fast TTK advantage. Still, for a fast and aggressive gameplay, the MP5 is hard to beat. These are the attachments. Taking the first spot on this list is none other than the Uzi. This gun has been very popular because of its very high damage with a range advantage over the other SMGs. The other SMGs can only excel in close range fights, but with the Uzi, you can dominate even in mid-range gunfights. Think of the Uzi as a better version of the URB. They may have the same fire rate, but the Uzi excels in other areas like with the damage, range, accuracy, and mobility. In the previous updates, they added an Akimbo attachment which made this gun more deadly in close range fights. If you prefer playing on Shutter Island, be prepared to face a lot of players running the Uzi with Akimbo. There aren't as many Origin users anymore, but now there's way more Uzi Akimbo players and honestly, they're even more annoying to deal with. With the Uzi Akimbo, your mobility can go up to 70, which is more faster than the normal Uzi, which is only around 61. The only downside with the Akimbo Uzi lies in its accuracy and range. This gun only works best in close range gunfights, especially if your enemies are within 5 meters. Under the right conditions, it's basically over once you close the gap between you and your enemies. These are the attachments. If you're wondering why I didn't add any sniper rifle, it's because I'm not good at sniping. But if I may choose one, it would be the Kala. Despite its low ADS speed, the range of this gun is just insane. The M700, Kar 98, and SVD can't even compete in terms of range. If you prefer a tactical playstyle, the Kala would be a better choice. But if you want a more aggressive approach that involves quick scoping, then go for the Kar 98 or M700. Which of these guns do you like the most? Let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.